It's Ryan here with Profishing, and today I'm going to show you how to set up and fish two of the most popular methods for catching bass. The first off is the Texas rig, and the second off is the Carolina rig. What you're going to need for both of these is line, a hook, and your soft plastics. You're also going to need weights and a swivel. Let's get into it. First, we have the Texas rig. This is probably the most common method people use for trying to catch bass. What we have is a bullet weight, a hook, and a soft plastic. You slide the bullet weight onto the line and then put your hook on. Once you have your hook on, you can insert your soft plastic by putting the tip of the hook through the plastic and then pushing it out the end and moving the plastic up the shank. Then you put it on top of the offset of the hook and you twist it around. Then you take your free end of the hook and you take the end of your soft plastic and you push the hook into the plastic and push the plastic down to get the hook to come out the end, just barely. You don't want the hook sticking out all the way or else weeds get caught on it. The advantage of the Texas rig is that it is weedless when the hook is not sticking out. The hook comes out when it is set. Second, we have the Carolina rig. This is like the Texas rig, but requires a little bit more setup. You've still got your hook that is rigged Texas style, but you have a leader instead of a weight that is anywhere from 20 to 45 inches long, and then that leader is attached to the main line through a barrel swivel. On your main line, you want to attach anywhere from a 3/8 ounce to a 1.5 ounce weight that sinks fast. The advantage of fishing a Carolina rig is that it is fished from the bottom and is fished slowly. To keep it at the bottom, you want a heavy weight, and that's done with heavy slip sinker weights. This here is a 1 ounce weight with a smaller 1/4 ounce weight. These, when combined together, make a clacking sound through the water that attracts bass. The clacking sound draws them to the bait, and the movement of the soft plastic attracts them to strike. One more time. That's your main line with your weights on it, your barrel swivel, your leader, which can be anywhere from 20 to 45 inches, and your Texas rigged soft plastic. This together will sure to catch you some fish. Now let's go out and show you how to fish them. Now that we learned how to set up the Carolina rig and the Texas rig, I'll show you how to fish them. First off, we have the Texas rig. What you want to do is when you cast your bait into the water, you let it sit and sink to the bottom. You have to wait a couple seconds and your line will go slack. Once your line is slack, you can reel it and then jerk it, and then you let him sink back down to the bottom. This creates a hopping motion and it attracts bass from feet and yards away to come and inspect the bait. And when it looks good enough to bite, they will. Now we have the Carolina rig. This is the one with the sinkers and the leader and then your bait attached to the end. What you want to do here is you want to cast it out and let it sink to the bottom. This is very noticeable when your line goes slack because the weight is so heavy. When your line goes slack, it means it's at the bottom. And then, with a movement of the rod, you want to take it from one side and just pull it. Reel in the slack and then slowly pull it to the other side. You want to pull it until your bait has come all the way back to you, and then you can repeat. You don't have to worry about pausing in between these because the bait is already so heavy that it just sinks without any assistance. That was the Texas and Carolina rig. The Carolina rig is useful for finding objects on the bottom because when the weight hits them, you can feel it. It's great for getting to know the landscape of the bottom of your lake. The Texas rig is useful for all times and all seasons. This bait can be worked at any level and any speed you want, and the Carolina rig is fished mostly slowly. This is good for slow bass and when the bass are more active. These are both very successful baits, and next time you're on the water, be sure to try one out and you'll catch some nice fish. This is the Bass Candy 3.75 inch watermelon red speed bug, and this just caught on the Carolina rig about a 6-7 pound bass on the Carolina rig.